In this video, we're going to show you how to perform an oil change on your Ford 500. Using a 15mm wrench, we're going to go ahead and loosen and remove this drain plug bolt out of the oil pan. Make sure you have a catch can or something to catch that oil. Now as you're removing the bolt, I like to gently push inward until you can feel that bolt come dislodged from the pan, and then just pull that away. Once you're done draining the oil, give that a quick wipe. Now if your drain plug has a gasket on there, you want to go ahead and replace that. Our particular one does not require it. Install that drain plug. Snug that down. Once it bottoms out, I'm going to go ahead and torque that down to 19 foot-pounds. Before we install our new oil filter, we want to go ahead and prime it. Well, how we do that is we simply use our new oil and we fill up the filter. Now this will take quite a bit of oil. I'm going to add a little bit here, and then we put some around the rubber seal. This is going to help slide it into position and seal it better. By doing this here, it's going to help prevent a dry start on our initial startup of the engine after we perform our oil change. You want to locate your oil filter. It's on the front side of the oil pan. You can use your oil filter wrench. We have that on our ratchet here. I have your catch can underneath. Get that ready to catch any residual oil coming out of this. You want to hold on to that filter as you're unscrewing that. You don't want it to drop and splash back on you. Okay, remove that. And we'll set it face down and let that oil drain out of that filter. Using a clean cloth or a towel, whatever you have available, you want to wipe down the surface here. Inspect here, make sure that the gasket from the old oil filter is not stuck on there, so it should be bare, clean aluminum or metal. Now we did prime the oil filter. There is oil in here. We are going to lose a little bit of it. Flip that up and spin on the filter. Now an oil filter should never really have to be much more than hand tight, but you want to make sure that it is snug. So make sure you got a good grip on that. And make sure that is nice and snug on there. Wipe up any residual oil. Underneath the hood, you're going to locate the oil dipstick tube and your oil fill cap. Go ahead and spin off the oil fill cap. Pop that off and set that aside. Grab that dipstick, pull that out, and we're going to give that a wipe. We want to make sure that that is clean and dry. Now this engine requires 6 quarts of oil. We've already added roughly a half a quart to the oil filter. So let's go ahead and add another 5.5 quarts to the engine. Use the correct type of oil and rating. The oil fill cap will tell you right here, it's a 5W20, so use that. Now after you're done adding the appropriate amount of oil, remove that funnel, set that aside, take your oil fill cap, make sure that that is clean. Thread that on and lock it into place. Install the dipstick. Now at this point here, you want to go ahead and hop into the car, start it up, let it run for about 30 seconds or so, and then shut it down. When you come back around here, you want to let the engine set for a couple minutes because the oil is going to run back down. And you pull out the dipstick, and you're going to go ahead and inspect the oil level. Now on our dipstick here, there are 2 dots. You want to have that oil inside between those 2 dots, if not at the top one here. Ours is good. You can simply go ahead and put this back in. Now if your oil level is not at least between those dots there, you want to go ahead and add a little bit of oil at a time in small increments to go ahead and make sure that that is in the proper area. Once you've installed the dipstick, you can go ahead and close up the hood and you're all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.